Hi, this is Tim Moore with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you guys as promised. So let's go ahead and dive in. I got the website pulled up. We'll look at that here in a minute. I want to start this video out on your business profile here and what I've typed into Google. So I've typed in looking for roofing companies, Oklahoma City. This is what we consider a buyer intent keyword. A lot of intention behind it, driving that home intention. So somebody typing in looking for a roofing company in Oklahoma City, very relevant to what you guys do, of course. Now, over to your business profile, I was able to find you guys. You are on the second page, kind of up towards the top um, for the business profile here. So we can see right off the bat and talk about a few things that could possibly help you guys out when it comes to ranking this. There's normally 4 things without going down a rabbit hole of talking about all the different aspects, but first one is your photos. Okay, you have a decent amount so far, but I would be uploading a handful or more every single week and make sure they are geotagged. Okay, and what that's going to allow you to do, show off the work to Google, but also tag it in within Google's algorithms for specific areas that you guys are doing work for within Oklahoma City, helping the range out that you can actually rank your business profile for. Also, the reviews that you guys have, you guys have a decent amount so far. Make sure, you keep getting more and more. And of course, make sure you keep those ratings as high as possible. And it looks like you only started responding to your reviews about 3 months ago or so. So I would be responding to all your reviews from here on out, and even going back through the ones prior and responding to those as well. That'll help out your overall rankings. Now, with your bio about the company as well, make sure you go in and fill this out to a T, okay? There should be 750 characters that you can fill out within here. Make sure that's filled out 100%. Then the fourth thing that kind of tops it off and will definitely help break you through to that first page is going to be a little one-page website that Google lets you create within your business profile. I would create that. That in itself is not really going to be able to rank for anything, but it will help your business profile here in return, okay? Now, back to the overall page here, we want to be able to rank on the first page for as many of these different roofing keywords in Oklahoma City as possible. Main reason is about 75 to 80% of people are going to stick on this first page when choosing a company. So that's why it's so crucial. Now, again, we talked about the organic way of ranking a business profile, but we also see a few companies running these pay-per-click ads. Now, the Google guarantees are definitely going to be your top option for this if you're looking to generate yourself leads right here, right now. And I really only use these if you aren't currently, ranking organically, or you haven't really started that process as of yet. But then the second way organically is ranking a website, right? And your website can help you, not only within uh, Oklahoma City, but it looked like you guys had an office in Duncan too. Let's see where that's at. So that's going to be a little bit more southern. Let's see here. Where is that at? Here it is. I'm looking at it and I can't see it. So it looked like you had another office in here in this town as well. So you'd be able to rank your website, for any of these other areas if you do work in Lawton. I don't know a lot of the larger areas. Ardmore probably looks like one of them as well. So you can have your website help rank for a lot of these other areas that you would want to try and service, in the southern part of the state. But your website's going to be able to help you in a lot of other ways, and especially if somebody's going to see you twice within this top 3 and see your website. I mean, there's no reason they wouldn't be choosing you, right? You're their top option. So if we come over to your website real quick, I want to take a look at the main thing here, which is going to be content. Okay, overall look at the website is, most of the times never an issue at this point. Most people have a pretty decent looking website, which is what I'm seeing in this instance. But you're going to need the content that comes with it, okay? Content is king when it comes to ranking a website, especially for all these different services that you guys are going to be providing. And Google typically wants to see a bare minimum of 500 words of content, okay? Now, with that being said, you can go up to 2,000 words, but it looks like, in Oklahoma City at least, even your top competitors, if we take a look at them, so J&M was on that first page, they don't have a ton of content. Yates was on the first page. They don't have a ton of content either. And I believe this is one of the main reasons why they aren't ranking above a lot of these directories, like some of the other, areas that I see where companies are, first, second position, so on and so forth, beating out all these directories. That's because nobody's really within the sweet spot that Google likes to see. So if you were just to do that, you're instantly above and beyond what your competition is. But I wouldn't go super drastic. I would probably stay between somewhere between 500 and 1,000 words of content. This area looks like that's going to be your sweet spot. I wouldn't really go much more than that. Otherwise, you can probably throw a red flag on your Google and kind of seem very unorganic. But what that allows you to do is that allows you to place keywords within your website and your content as well, and really take the guesswork of out of Google and what they're trying to rank you for. You're telling them flat out what you're trying to rank for, right? So you guys should be, targeting keywords that are involving roof installation contractor, but more towards Oklahoma City. You can even tag your different pages, and start building out. Roof installation contractor should probably be a keyword in your residential roofing service page and not on your homepage. Your homepage would be more talking about how you are the contractor and not talking about the installation, so on and so forth. There's a lot of different ways that you can optimize this on page SEO to really lay this out and take the guesswork out of Google, make it super simple for them to rank you. Now, if we come over to this paid program called Ahrefs, it gives me this dashboard of numbers I'm going to go ahead and use to compare both your website and then J&M in this instance. Now, these first two numbers that I'm looking at here that I just highlighted are your strength and trust ratings that Google has for your website, okay? Now, they're ranked out of 100, but typically once you hit a benchmark of about 30 and above for each of these ratings, we know you're going to have a pretty powerful website in Google's eyes at that point. So we know you have a lot of strength and trust to build out within Google right now. And to do that, you got to build out more backlinks, which in this instance is going to be any clickable text or image linking one website to another. And what they act as is a thumbs up vote for Google, okay? Because you have other domains that trust you enough to place your website link on their website, okay? And the key here is to keep these referring domains authoritative, meaning they already have high strength and trust within Google, so they act as even a bigger thumbs up or two thumbs up in that instance. Also, you're indexing for 17 keywords, so I know there's going to be a lot more keywords that you need to try and rank for, especially for Oklahoma City and just roofing. In general, and it's only bringing you about 25 traffic so far. And if we click on the keywords, we can actually see where all your traffic is coming from, which is above roofing. Okay, now I'm going to tell you this right off the bat: with 1,000 search volume, this is going to be a nationwide keyword search. It's probably not generating you much because this could be people searching this in whatever other state besides Oklahoma. So really, again, nationwide keyword search, this traffic is probably clicking on and clicking off because they're not within your area of service. We can see also right now, you're not indexing for any Oklahoma City roofing keywords at all, or any of the other services or any of the other areas that you're providing service for. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and take a look at a couple things. So this is J&M. Right off the bat, you can see their strength and trust. Not super great either. The UR is okay, which is talking about more strength and trust just for the homepage. They're indexing for quite a few more keywords, but they're also bringing in over 300 traffic. Okay, and right off the bat, too, I noticed to them, the first three are involving their company name. So again, especially this first one, going to be a nationwide keyword search again with all that volume. So really, this 130 traffic isn't doing a whole lot. Okay, but these are the keywords that I really want to talk about. All these ones involving Oklahoma City. So roofing companies, Oklahoma City, roof repair, Oklahoma City, roofers, Oklahoma, if you're targeting the entire state. Roofing Oklahoma City, so on and so forth. There's tons of these keywords, and then people are talking OKC, things of that nature, abbreviating it. So all these different keywords involving roofing in Oklahoma City, and those are more. There's more of those keywords than you are even indexing for in your website currently, which is a big, where you're missing out on a lot of potential for your website. Now, if we look at the volume here, this is going to be one of the top ones that we can see. Roofing companies, Oklahoma City, 300 search volume per month on average. They're getting about 11 of that in traffic, but that's because they're lower on that page, being ninth position. So the higher you go up in that page, lower position, you can expect to gain a lot more traffic. I would say on average on the first page, if you're anywhere between that 1 and 10th position, you're probably getting about 10% of that volume as traffic. Obviously, the higher up in the page, the more percentage you'll get. Now, the number I'm sure you're curious about is, of that traffic, how many of them are going to reach out to me, right? Well, industry standard is about 30% of that traffic will end up reaching out to you, which is really where you can see how it can start to be super lucrative. Okay, even with the ratings that they have and where they're placed on the pages for Google, I wouldn't be surprised for all these roofing, or Oklahoma City keywords if they wouldn't be producing, anywhere for themselves. In this instance, probably closer to 15 to 20 leads a month, which is still pretty good, in retrospect, and convincing that these are going to be, warm organic leads, people reaching out to you because they like what they see about your company, those are going to close at a pretty decent ratio, probably 50% or above. So even if they're getting, a handful to a dozen extra jobs a month, so be it. But obviously, you can do a lot better than this. You can get on, fifth position and lower for most of these keywords involving roofing and OKC, and start generating yourself 50 plus leads a month, right? And I don't think that's a super far stretch, especially if you're looking into lower Oklahoma as well. Start doing and ranking for keywords down through there, generating yourself 50 plus leads a month for all your service areas, again, I would think would be pretty darn easy for the most part. But with that being said, if you have any further questions or concerns, just want to try and get this information to you and help you guys any way that I can. So feel free to reach out to me. If you need more information about anything I'm talking about in here, need me to elaborate on any of it. So other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.